Hi, my name is Jacob, and I'm going to talk about how I turned a Nerf gun into a bottle rocket launcher. Now, the first thing I have to do is, well, I didn't record any of the building process, so I'm going to actually take this apart because there is a leak, and then when I'm assembling, I'll show exactly how I put it together. So, without further ado, use this heat gun. Hopefully to soften up this hot glue. So I can get the big barrel off. Alright, and there we go. Okay. This is the barrel part. I don't think I can take this out. So I'm gonna set that right there. Move the heat gun and that over here. I'm gonna use the red soda cup to catch the glue, but looks like it came off good. Alright, I'm gonna separate these pieces. I got one piece and two pieces. Alright. Yep, I can. Oh crap, dropped the piece. Alright, found the piece. I'm gonna put it over here in this cup. Here for safekeeping. Alright, so pretty much this is the whole mechanism, would you say, for how the bottle, I'm gonna grab it, goes onto here. Try and get it to tight snug so that it keeps the air in the bottle, and those go around there. Alright, so I'll start with, so this piece goes from right here all the way to like right here where the coupler goes to this smaller piece. The reason there's a gap here is because I didn't have long enough piece, so I just had to fix it. But pretty much that did that, which is, if I'm accurate enough, about 12.5 inches. 12 to 12.5 inches. Which, when placed on the gun, that slides right there, and it fits all the way flush with back here, which makes it pretty good. The trigger doesn't do anything. So pretty much I cut a hole in this bottom piece. Take this out. So I got a cap and I put a hole in it, and I took one of these pumps. These are things like that you find at the hardware store that are like attached to bike inner tubes, but it's a piece by itself that you can buy. So I put that, I super glued it, and then coming down here, this is the piece that, oh crap, originally came with the gun. As you can see, it fits right there. So I just had to somewhere how to fix this whole mechanism onto the gun, which then so the inside of that was a little tough. I mean, not tough, it was smaller, so I had to Dremel it out so that it fit on top. Then we go to the coupler piece, which takes it from this, I think it's 1 inch to 1/2 inch. Let me see if I can get the, no, there's no, oh, there is markings. I think it's 1 inch to 1/2 inch, which then this fits snugly. So pretty much, I'm gonna bring this closer. As you can see, there's zip ties, oh, sorry, with electrical tape around it to keep those in place at first. And then I came in with these they're pipe connector pieces. I forget what they're called. I'll have a thing pop up what they're called. So take a flathead, you twist it, and it makes it tight. That's what keeps the zip ties. So it's pretty much this. And then I also, I'm pretty sure, I had to Dremel this piece out so that it would fit better. There was a lot of dremeling that I had to do. So as you can see, the trigger doesn't do anything. It's just here for aesthetically pleasing. You got this. Oh, let me grab the cap for this. And I think here, give me 1 second. So these guys come in 2 packs. This is the cap for it that I put on it. I couldn't find the other one, so I couldn't show you it, but I will have something pop up on the screen that will show you what it is and the item number. So pretty much the mechanism for keeping the bottle on is the bottle goes on. Oh, I'm gonna put this down. Try to keep it on with that. Bottle goes on. These zip ties. So as you can see, they're not all the way pressed down. If they were, they'd be a little flatter. Let's see if I can get that closer. So you can see there's a little thing so that when the other piece comes on, it grips harder so you can keep a strong hold on it. And what I mean by the other piece is this piece right here. So what it does here, I'm actually gonna unscrew this real quick. There we go. Found a screwdriver. Unscrew this. There we go. Take this out. So I actually cut this down a little more so that when I screw it in, it fits flush with the face. Oh crap. Here, I'll show you that once I screw this in. There we go. Okay, as you can see, it sits flush. So, back to what I was saying about the coupler. I'm gonna take this off. Slide this piece on. Press these in so I can get this over. I'm gonna put this guy bottle on. So I have this so it fits a Dr. Pepper bottle. That's how it like only fits this type of bottle. Alright, so as you see, I have an arrow drawn in there. That's not. Alright, so this is the big piece that you saw earlier over. So pretty much this smaller piece goes inside of the bigger piece. And so as you can see, there's a notch here which goes with the screw. When the screw's right here, it's all the way, ooh, I can't squeeze it, right there. So when it's in this little pouch, it's right there holding the bottle, ready to be pressurized. So when I push it over here, over the lip, down to here, it's here. So this is the unlocking part of it. So that's when the bottle would go shoot, pretty much. Alright, so I'm going to put this back together so I can show you that. What I mean by that. Take this guy. Unscrew it. Pass it through here. Find the other edge. Set that real quick. Alright, here we There we go. All right, and I should make sure it's sitting flush. As you can see right there, it sits flush with that. All right, back to this. So, this goes into here. I'm gonna put this into here. As you can see, it's right down there. Actually, it's the other way around. So you're gonna look down there. So you can get to all the zip ties around it. Come on. It's a little finicky at first, putting it back together. But as soon as it's back on, it's back on. Oh, there's one zip tie that's not working with me. Come on. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna use the screwdriver. Help me get in there. This might take me a minute. One sec. Alright, got it on. So, this goes in there like that. This sits a little in the front. See the yellow piece? We gotta have a little bridge. So, now we're gonna look down here. So, as you can see, oh, if I can get this straight, I'm gonna get this as straight as possible and go. Alright, so if you look down there, you can see that these are a little out and it's unlocked. If I pull it up and lock it, it's come up and it's grabbed it. I'm gonna press down. I'm gonna grab my bottle. I'm gonna put my bottle on. Oh crap. Make sure it goes all the way down. There we go. Makes that sound where it's with it. You can't really see it in there. So now when I pull this up, oh, there you go. If you can see it in there, you can slightly. There's you can see the white has come up, it's locked it in. Well, I can move it now because it's not put in the case. But when it's in the case, it's gonna be rigid and it's not gonna move at all. And then, so, right here is when you would pressurize it. So all of the zip ties are on top of it, holding on that little lip that the Dr. Pepper bottle has. So then once it's pressured up to like 80 or 100, I think this can hold like 140 PSI. So once it has pumped up with like a bike tire or a other thing that would attach to this, pump it up, or not bike tire, a bike pump or a other thing that I'm thinking of. I'll pop that up on the screen also. So right now it would be pressurized. I pull this back and I go down, and it would let it go. It does get a little stuck sometimes with the finicky. I think I'm gonna have to put a handle on here so I can actually grip it and it's not this thing. So as you can see, the other thing has gone down, allowing for it to come off. Oh, I'm gonna try and twist this off. Put the bottle right there. So the lip I was talking about is this lip. So the zip ties have a little head that would go down to here and like press in. Once the coupler, the inside piece is pressed on, making it so that it won't go anywhere. But I've shot off several times. I'll do it in this video also. But whenever this piece comes broken, like any of this comes broken, or like there's a hole in it or something, it becomes not usable anymore. So I think there's a dent right here that I used. I'm shooting it off. So I gotta make sure that there's no crack or anything. So I'm gonna put it back together. forget what gun this is called. Pop that up on, popping everything up on the screen. Okay, so then this, you can see that there's little pins that are coming out of it. I'm gonna put this into its pins. Pull that off a little. Right into its pins, which will lock it. Put this guy on. And then, well, not yet with that guy. Get this little top part. Doesn't really matter. It's just there to close up everything. And then the other half. Oh, make sure this is top part goes in correctly. Alright, close everything up. Trigger still dummy trigger. And there we go. Pops everything back on. So up here, the bottle would be locked on, ready to be pressurized to 80 to 100 if it was like those water bottles. But I think this is a thicker material, so I think it'd hold more. That's probably 120, 140 psi. Whenever I say psi, that's pressure per square inch of the bottle. So normally you'd have water also in it, but because it's handheld, I don't want water shooting everywhere. So then, as you can see, this is locked. So then this is when you would pressurize it, pull it up. So this is like the safety. Pull it up, pull it down, and it shoots. Go pop. I'm actually gonna bring over Alright, so this is your standard one, where you have the feet going all the way and on the back. Then you have the thing that's on the other one. I'll grab it. The little thing that attaches to so you can pressurize it. Goes up there. I don't know why I had this handle. Probably so this is very light. Probably to hold it down or something. So this mechanism is not the best, actually. It did work. I'm just gonna have to remake it and make it better so that it's actually usable. So this one, the handheld one, uses this guy. Let's see, how much is this? 20 fluid ounces, 591 milliliters. And the big one has these giant 2-liter bottles. I'm gonna slide this on. So it's two 2-liter bottles attached together right here. I'm pretty sure this one is a 1-liter bottle. I'm pretty sure, or 1.5 or something like that. Alright. Right now I'm not going to shoot it off. I'll shoot it off in this video, but probably tomorrow. So I haven't done anything cosmetically to it, like any designs or anything. I was going to try and put foam pieces, like put it so it goes down into like a cone and like attaches, and then like spray paint it a certain color. And that is how to make a Nerf gun. I don't want to say water, but it's I forget what these are called. Oh, let's go up. Gimbal's a little finicky. Yeah. It does shoot. When it shoots, it is pretty loud, and it does go a fair amount of distance. Yeah. That's where a thing would go. There was also a bump here, but I cut it off. I feel like I'm gonna like put like a little thing over this. Yeah, I have to spray paint it. But yeah, this is gonna end this portion of the video. the next portion you see is me gonna be shooting off those 1 liter bottles, or 1.5, I don't know honestly, from this guy out in my backyard. I need to do an update on this, but I haven't got the time yet, so yeah. I'll see you in the next part of the video. Alright, originally I had this in here, which was in here to pull it back to unlock it, but I just made this, so it's an end piece with this little hook connector, so I can add this, which then is curved, so I can put it on there. I take this guy. Alright, so this piece keeps that straight. This can easily slide right there. If I put this together, alright, put that in there. Wait, where's the hole? Oh, the hole's right here, okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, now I have an actual handle to pull it, go up, over, then all the way down. Lock it, unlock it. So I have an actual handle to grab onto, not a screw. Alright, now in the next clip you're gonna see is me shooting this off. Alright, here we are for the testing this guy. Right now it's at 40 PSI. I doubt it's gonna actually shoot because of how tight it goes onto the PVC. But here, let's test it. Unlock it, pull back. Yep, nope. Have to help it. Gotta inspect that part, make sure that there's no cracks, because once it starts cracking right there, it's not usable anymore. Okay, now I have 80 PSI ready to go. This one should definitely shoot. Okay, unlock it, and bam. That was loud. Check it again, make sure there's no cracks. So if there is cracks, then it's useless. Nope, doesn't see. Alright, now this is 100 PSI. Let's go, and plug your ears. Jesus. I think I'm actually damaging it. I'll check the footage, but looks like I'm damaging it. This is an old one anyways. Whew. I don't have an air compressor up, so I don't know how high I can go with this. But as you see there, maybe it'll focus, seems to be a little crack right there. Oh, and the red piece right here is missing. Huh. Okay, I can't find any more Dr. Pepper bottles, so that's gonna have to end the video here. It went up to 120 PSI, but I bet it can go much, much higher. So if you guys enjoy, drop a like, maybe subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.